At City Light Baptist Church, we are a community of people God has chosen and preserved for Himself who love, follow, learn from, and worship God together. We are a loving church that brings the loving message of a loving God to a lost world. Visit us online at citylightculpeper.org or give us a call at 540-321-4400. Worship services with us at 1121 Sperryville Pike in Culpeper.
So if you're hearing this right now, restarted a different broadcast, so I do apologize for our technical issues, but I'm going to hope that resolved the issues that we were having on our end, and if it didn't, I do apologize again. As we'll go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. I'm on the wrong side, that's why I'm going to figure things out. It's going to be a foul ball to start things off here for Eric Correa in plate appearance number 2. Still just waiting to see what is going on with this stream now, and I could be live, so I really don't know. I'm trying to figure it all out, and well, I've got something coming up here, and it is nowhere near better. So I do apologize for our technical issue. I'm going to try and describe everything as best as I can, and it's going to be 1-2 rather. It's going to be a ball and 2 strikes coming to Eric Correa. That'll be ball 2, now 2-2. Again, I do apologize for our choppy video feed. Not exactly sure what is going on. I've tried to reset a couple of settings, and it's just not working. So we'll have to live with it for now, as that's going to be a grounder and foul. And Correa's still running, and he's going to stop because he realizes that was a foul. And we're going to see just in fact... Of course, I did not press the replay button, and we're going to have a little bit of a contest here. Josh Gardner at first base. Come back in for a 2-2 part 2. Pitch comes in. And that is going to be a liner into right, and Eric Correa will get a hit to go on the board for him as he gets a single into right field, and Connor Marinack will follow him up.
Shortstop number 5, Connor Marinack.
So Marinack went down swinging his last time around for an 0-1 start in tonight's ball game. So here's Connor Marinack, the shortstop. Right, that's going to be grounded foul towards the Covington dugout. It's going to be 0-1 to start things off here for Connor Marinack. Again, I do apologize for our choppy video feed here tonight. It is out of my control at this point. I tried, as you may have noticed, we had to stop and restart a different broadcast, so I do apologize for that. And Eric Correa is going to steal on a very quick leadoff breakaway, if you want to call that. So it's going to be ball 1 coming to Connor Marinack. It's going to be an even count at 1-1 as Eric Correa gets to second on the stolen base. And here comes the 1-1 to Marinack. That's low 2. Now a 2-ball and 1 strike count. Nobody down, and Correa stands on second for the Cavaliers. And now we're going to have a mound visit from the Lumberjack staff. I think it's just going to be a quick word to the pitcher, Darner. And while we have a moment, we'd like to thank our friends at Peak Roofing Contractors. We'll take a brief break to hear a word from our friends at Peak. Back with you in a moment on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
So Darner will stay, as was highly anticipated, as Connor Marinack steps back into the batter's box. It's going to be a 2-ball And 1 strike count coming to him. As the first pitch after the break is going to be in there for strike number 2 on a looker. Now an even count at 2-2 coming to the shortstop. And that's going to be a way to miss. Scott Marinac swinging for strike 3. And Connor Marinac will go down on strikes again.
They'll bring up designated hitter number 17.
As that's the first out of this 4th inning for the Cavalier offense. That brings up the DH, John Howard, who's got a man on second and 1 down here in this bottom half of the 4th inning. Oh, and now it looks like the video is pretty clear, so hopefully it'll stay that way. As the first pitch to Howard is missed for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for the DH, John Howard, in plate appearance number 2. And here comes the 1-0. That's going to miss for ball 2. Now a 2-ball and no strike count coming to the DH, John Howard. So I'm just watching back the video feed, and at this moment in time, well, I'm a few seconds behind on this feed, so, well, now it's gotten choppy again. Oh, nope, that's because I'm paused. And that's a swing and a miss for John Howard as I'm trying to look between 2 different things here. So, knock on wood, I'll knock on my forehead as well, is probably what you just heard there, that our video feed is clear enough to see. So if it does back out again, I will see it and I will address it as quick as I can. As Howard faces the 2-1, that's going to miss inside his own batter's box. He will shift backwards in order to avoid the HBP. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. But again, if our video feed does cut out again or get choppy again, I do apologize. The switching of streams was my fault, I will say that, but that's only because I was trying to change a setting, and I can only do that when we're not streaming. So that was totally my fault. As Howard will take the 90-foot Walk of Fame on a 3-1. And with 1 out down, there's runners on first and second. As John Howard will take the 90-foot Walk of Fame on the 3-1 pitch. And that brings up the third baseman, Tyler Schulman. But as I was trying to say, just again, I'm going to catch it this time, hopefully, when it happens. Of course, I can't do a whole lot in this moment in time, so I do apologize if things continue to go against all of our wills. But I'm now seeing John Howard running down the first base line on the walk, so I'm hoping that everything has been resolved enough to keep it. And I promise I do have bottom 4 on my end. It's just the arrow didn't switch. Actually, I think the scoreboard went out too, now that I think about it, because it didn't respond to any of my button changes. So it's going to be 2-0 coming to Tyler Schulman. So yeah, if the scoreboard's out, then that means we really have a problem. Obviously not the scoreboard here, but the scoreboard on your screen. So I am just going to, for now, take that down because it's not working. So it's a 3-ball and no strike count coming to the third baseman, Tyler Schulman, with 2 on and 1 down. Darner deals the pitch, and that one will be in there for strike 1. Now 3 balls and a strike coming to the third baseman, Tyler Schulman. Trying to get all my ducks in a row here as I figure out what's going on. I think I've got it now. And that is going to be a 90-foot Walk of Fame for Tyler Schulman as I try to get everything together. And I don't think it responded. Let's just see.
Larry.
I'm going to put a 3-0 count up and see if it responds. Okay, yep, it responds. So I guess just, oh, there it goes. Okay, so it just took a second. So Gabriel Larry will come up, not with a 3-0 to start things off. Again, I do apologize for all of our technical issues. I was hoping that we wouldn't have issues again here tonight, but unfortunately for my sake, it's always got to happen. it's got to keep me on my toes. So the left fielder, Gabriel Larry, will come up with 1 out down and all bases occupied. It's going to be Schulman now on first, Howard on second, and Eric Correa went 1 batter too short there. So it's going to be Darner to set. To Gabriel Larry, the left fielder. Pitch comes in. It's going to be upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. So I've heard from some family members of some Cavaliers players saying that I apologize too much, but I think one of these days is where you'll have to accept the amount of times I apologize, because just having the video feed and all these technical issues choppy as that's fouled away. Another powerful hit from Gabriel Larry. For those of you who remember his last plate appearance, he flew one out to left that just went foul and crossed the fence. But for those of you that hear me apologize all that often and say, I don't really need to, I know I don't. It's just a breach of habit at this point, but especially when we have issues with our video feed and our scoreboard and all this mess, I just feel like, I feel bad because you don't get the experience that you deserve or should have. And again, it's not something that I can control right away. It's just something that happens, and we all have to unfortunately accept it sometimes. But I think I've got it, again, knock on wood, cross your T's and dot your I's, as that's ball 2. It's a 2-2 count now coming to Gabriel Larry. But I just hope that everything works now, because again, it just makes me feel bad that when it doesn't work and I'm completely helpless to figure it out. So Darner's going to set the 2-2 to Gabriel Larry as I finish my little rant there. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be tipped and fouled back, and we'll do it again. Following Gabriel Larry, if necessary, will be the second baseman, Ryan Krapel. For all you Yankee fans out there, it looks like the Yankees have scored against the Braves. I'm going to look at the actual score. And they lead 4-1. Contrary to last night, which upset me. As that's ball 3 to Gabriel Larry, and it's going to be a payoff coming to the right fielder. So this could determine if Larry goes back to the dugout or gets on first via 90-foot Walk of Fame, and the Cavs could possibly have their first run of the ball game depending on how this pitch goes. Payoff sets. Darner going to deal, and it's going to be a high fly ball. It's going to be playable into left. And it's going to be 2 Lumberjacks players to make the play. And it's going to be out number 2 as no one tags. So bases are still loaded as Gabriel Larry flies out in the end result too short.
All right, so he's out. He's done.
Take this job
And now we're going to have a pitching change in the meantime. And we will take a sideline as we try to figure out who the new pitcher is for the Lumberjacks. I'd like to hear a word from our friends again from Peak Roofing, tonight's game sponsor. Back with you in a moment on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
So we've got a pitching change where I believe for the first time in my career in the Valley League, we don't have a name to associate to this pitcher. There is no number 19 on the rosters that have been printed. There's no 19 on the lineup card that was given by the coaching staff of Covington. So we're going to go pitcher no name for right now, which is more important, I think, for Andrew, our scorekeeper, to have it, because he's got to keep the player's stats, and if we don't have a name, we cannot give the player the stats. So if you are a host family or an actual family of number 19, we do apologize for not knowing who he is, but not a whole lot we can do in this moment in time. And we'll just hold it for now. Maybe in a moment we'll be able to figure out who number 19 is. But again, our sincerest apologies for that as well. But then also that is something out of our control. And it's going to be Ryan Crapel to come up to the dish for the Cavaliers. So in the meantime, we've got Ryan Crapel coming up. The first pitch is missed for ball one.
I think Cameron's trying to.
Strike one swinging in the meantime as I'm trying to multitask here. It's going to be a 1-1 count, and I apologize that my scoreboard is not updating at this right now. So 1-1 is in there for a looking strike two. And now a ball and two strikes for Ryan Crapel, the second baseman. And again, we're just trying to figure out who number 19 is, because you can anticipate he could stay in for the rest of this inning. He could stay in for another inning. He could stay in until the 9th inning if we get that far. So here comes the 1-2, and that's going to be a high fly ball into right. And that ball is going to be gone! A grand slam from Ryan Crapel, and the Cavaliers are on top of the Lumberjacks. Ryan Crapel with the answer into right field. And just like that, the Cavs are in the lead 4-2.
Crapel.
That's enough to take your breath away. So maybe it's a good thing that Covington doesn't have a 19 on their lineup card, because he's now given a grand slam up. So that'll bring up Ryan Peterson, the catcher, and I agree with you, Andrew. For a second, I'm hesitating because I'm like, I think the right fielder has that, but it just went. Ryan Peterson, in the meantime, finds ball one. I want to call it 1-0, and now it's going to be a nothing or something in one at least. 0-2 rather.
I think it's 1-1.
See, I'm going to hold 1-1.
Yeah, the first pitch was way out.
And that is going to be a pop-up. It's going to be in the direction of left field. And the Lumberjacks left fielder will make that catch and retire the side. That will be on the glove of Thomas Marsala. But not before the Cavaliers get on the board and lead off of a grand slam from Ryan Crapel. The Cavaliers now lead 4-2 as we go into the 5th inning. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
The same food you love at Sean's table can be served at yours. Whether it's 25 or 100 guests, Sean's caters all your favorites. From brisket, pulled pork, ribs and chicken, to baked beans, mac and cheese, cornbread, and lots more. With simple online ordering, you select your meats, sides, drinks, and paper products. And don't forget our homemade desserts. All of Sean's catering can be delivered right to your table, or you can pick it up. Sean's Smokehouse Barbecue Catering. Real wood, real food, real good.
The Battlefield Area Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves over 4,000 coaches and 21,000 athletes. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves local youth by building relationships that will demonstrate steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ and His Word through integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. For more information on their work in the local area, to view upcoming events, or to even join their team, visit battlefieldfca.org.
after a fourth inning that the Lumberjacks probably want to put behind them. It is now a 4-2 Cavalier lead as we go into the fifth inning off of a grand slam from Ryan Krapel. And we'll take another quick look at that here while we have a moment. And leading off for the Lumberjacks will be Shinar Brown, Jose Alfonso, and Jorge Santana III, as they will be the three Lumberjacks due up for this top half of the fifth inning, where they now trail 4-2. And again, still waiting on confirmation on who number 19 is for the Lumberjacks.
Might as well honestly take someone else.
It's almost wish that we were in the major leagues where we would have phones down to the dugouts where all we could do is just type in a number or dial up a number, give them a call, and be like, hey, what's number 19's name? And unfortunately, high school fields don't have that luxury. So it's going to be a 2-0 count coming to the leadoff batter for the Frames, Shinar Brown. Smith sets, got a 2-0 coming, pitch comes in, and that one is in there for a strike. Now 2-1 strike count coming to the right fielder, Shinar Brown. And the 2-1 from Smith comes in, and that's a passed ball. It's going to be 3-1. Three balls and one strike. Tyler Smith, your man on the mound for the Cavaliers, facing Shinar Brown. Pitch comes in, and it's a high fly foul ball. And it's going to be just out of play, it looks like. So a payoff coming to the leadoff batter for the Frames, Shinar Brown, where the Lumberjacks now trail 4-2 off of the Ryan Krapel grand slam in just the bottom half of the last inning. Smith sets. Payoff coming. That's going to be fouled outside. So Smith will set, got payoff part two coming, pitch comes in, and it's going to be upstairs ball four, and it's a 90-foot walk of fame for the leadoff batter, Shinar Brown.
Bring up second baseman, number 6.
So that'll bring up Jose Alfonso, the second baseman for the Lumberjacks. He's coming up 1 for 1 with a walk his first time around and a single his second time around. First pitch to him comes in, and it's low and away for ball one. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for the second baseman. Smith looks to first, sets, deals the 1-0, well outside, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes coming to the second baseman, Jose Alfonso. Again, 1 for 1 in plate appearance number 3. Smith looks back to first. Gonna set and deal. That's in there for a looking strike. Now 2 balls and 1 strike coming to the second baseman. Following Alfonso will be Jorge Santana III. That's going to be a pop-up in the direction of second. Krapel's going to read and make the catch about 8 to 10 feet into right field for out number 1.
First baseman, number 16, Jorge.
So Alfonso goes down on a PO to 4 for the first out as the first baseman, Jorge Santana III, comes up to the dish. Jorge is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly out to center with Blake and Pato, and then a fielder's choice got him on first. He'll sit 0 for 2 coming into this third plate appearance. First pitch comes in. It is in there for a looking strike. Nothing and one to start things off here for the first baseman, Jorge Santana III, in plate appearance number 3. Smith looks back to first. Got a 0-1 coming. Sets, deals. And that's going to be tipped, and my goodness, that ricocheted off of 3 or 4 places before coming to rest. 0-2 now by the first baseman, Santana. And that baseball played Plinko. So Tyler Smith sets, looks to first. He's got an 0-2 coming. The pickoff attempted first is not going to be in time. So Smith will do it again on the 0-2. Sets, deals, high fly, foul ball out to right field. So we're going to do it again in an 0-2.
Please return those foul balls to the concession stand for a Tootsie Pop and a raffle ticket.
So Jorge Santana III is keeping his plate appearance alive as he stayed 0-2 now for the past couple of pitches. Tyler Smith looking for that second out of the inning. He sets, looks to first, deals the 0-2. That's a wave and a miss. Got him swinging for strike 3. So Jorge Santana III goes down on strike swinging. That's out number 2. As the DH, Fabian Amaro comes up to the dish for the Covington Lumberjacks. 2 outs down in this top half of the 5th. The Lumberjacks now trail to the Cavaliers 4-2 after the grand slam in the last inning for the Cavaliers. Tyler Smith sets and deals to Fabian Amaro. First pitch is waved on, and the ball doesn't wave back. It's going to be strike 1, 0-1. Tyler Smith, pick off first, not in time. A reminder that the Cavaliers will take a couple of road games and then a break before hosting the Waynesboro Generals here at CCHS on Thursday the 27th. First pitch will be set for 7 o'clock. And as always, we will hit the airwaves at 6:28 for the Saber Metrics pregame show. And while I'm thinking about it, just a reminder that following... I forgot that with the new broadcast, we've got the chat feature enabled. So it's Cesar Valera, according to... Luis Valera. So Cesar Valera is the number 19 for the Lumberjacks. Thank you for clearing that air for us. That's another one of the Lumberjack numbers that got changed. I print out a couple of rosters before the games, and I have to input everything manually. And one of the things that I had to do today was change probably about 6 or 7 Lumberjack numbers because they were all changed. So thank you again to the gentleman who cleared that air for us. Cesar Valera was on our roster as number 25. He is now number 19. So it's a 3-ball and 1 strike count now. In the meantime, as that's going to be fouled away, now payoff coming to Fabian Amaro. Following Amaro, if necessary, will be Nick Past, the catcher. So Smith sets, got a payoff coming with 2 outs down, and this top half of the 5th pitch comes in, and it's going to be a ball 4. They're going to check and say no swing. So it is a 90-foot walk of fame on the payoff for Fabian Amaro.
Brings up the catcher, number
as that's
21,
bobbled
Nick
behind the
Past.
dish with Ryan Peterson. But it doesn't matter anyways as Nick Past, the catcher, comes up. So now 2 walks given up by Tyler Smith this inning. And he's just looking to get this 3rd out now as the Cavaliers now lead 4-2 in this 5th inning. I was reading the inning, so my apologies there. I read the wrong number. It's been a day already, and we're just over halfway through this ball game. We probably still got another hour and a half to go as the pitch comes in. First one to the catcher, Nick Past, is in there for a looking strike. Nothing I want to start things off here for the catcher, Nick Past, in plate appearance number 3. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout his first go-around, walked to second, and comes into the 3rd now. Runners on first and second for the Lumberjacks off of walks, though. One comes in, that's well outside for ball 1. It's an even count now at 1-1 for the catcher, Nick Past. So Smith will look back to second, will deal the 1-1 pitch. That misses for ball 2. Now a 2-ball. And a 1 strike count coming to the catcher. So it's going to be Tyler Smith facing Nick Pass, the catcher, with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Looks back to second, deals the 2-1. That's a wild pitch that gets past Peterson, and both runners will advance a base. Now 1, possibly 2 in scoring position for the Covington Lumberjacks with 2 outs down in this top half of the 5th. If Smith gives up, or allows rather, the man on second now, Fabian Amaro, to score, it'll be a tie ball game. So it's a 3-1 count coming to Nick Pass, the catcher. As Smith looks back to second, nobody even home to make the play, will deal the 3-1 pitch. And that one looks pretty, and in fact holds true for strike 2. Now a payoff to Nick Pass will decide if the inning continues with loaded bases or if the inning ends. Smith got a payoff. Coming to Nick Pass, the catcher. He sets. 2 outs down. Top 5. Cavs lead 4-2. Payoff comes in. And it's going to be in there for a looking strike 3. So Pass will go down on strikes as it's a backwards K for the catcher. And that will retire the side as the Cavaliers get out of a pickle of an inning as Nick Pass goes down and no run score on 2 walks rather, no hits, no errors, as well 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. It's a Cavalier 4-2 lead. On the other half of this break, we'll see if they can extend it or at least keep it alive. You're tuned in to Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
Since 2004, All Install, your local Generac backup generator dealer, has provided Central Virginia with backup generators and parts at a reasonable price. We offer free, in-home estimates, as well as service for all our customers' generator needs. Install or service your Generac generator with the help of All Install today. Visit allinstallva.com or call 540-923-4592. All Install, dependable in your time of need.
Founded in 1972, Jefferson Home Builders has built over 2,500 homes, everything from cozy additions to showplaces. We center our work on quality, affordability, and reliability. Choose Jefferson Home Builders for your next project by visiting them online at jeffersonhomebuilders.com or by calling 540-812-9080. Jefferson Home Builders, build with certainty.
So while we have the time, we're going to take a quick look around the Valley League, presented by LD&B Insurance and Financial Services, Centera, and Southern Kitchen in Newmarket, with at least the most updated scores I can find. It appears that the Cardinals and the Express and North Division action has been postponed. Not exactly sure what has happened there. If it was anything that what happened when I was there 2 years ago, with an unexpected rain coming in, that could be it, because that field doesn't drain well. It's short and around the pitcher's mound, if my memory serves me correct. I can tell you it's short for sure because I remember that. But if that happened to be the case, that could be the reason why the game was postponed. They could have postponed it due to heat. There's several factors that go into a postponing a game tonight. So that game currently scheduled, or not scheduled for anything just yet. So if you want to keep up with the Cardinals or the Express, you'll have to wait on that game. The Winchester Royals lead the Purcellville Cannons in the bottom half of the 5th inning, 5-0 from Fireman's Field. That's a grounder to second, my apologies. Flip to first is in time to get Sean Souza out.
That'll bring up center fielder, number 8, Blagan Pato.
So Souza goes down on a 4-3 play for the first out. That brings up Blagan Pato. The Stanton Braves lead the Charlottesville Tom Sox in the top of the 4th from Gypsy Hill Park. And the Harrisonburg Turks lead the Waynesboro Generals 5-1 in the top half of the bottom half rather of the 4th inning. First pitch is missed for ball 1. It's going to be 1-0 to start things off here for Blagan Pato. It's going to be Valera pitching the 1-0, and that is going to be in there for a strike. Now 1-1 is the count. And going back to North Division, the Woodstock River Bandits and the Newmarket Rebels are all knotted up at 1 run apiece in the top of the 3rd from Central High School. Again, that game just starting at 8 p.m. In the meantime, we've got a 1-ball and 2-strike count coming to the original leadoff batter, Blagan Pato for the Cavaliers. Valera deals, and that is low and away in the left-handed batter's box for ball 2. Now a 2-2 count coming to the center fielder. Don't know where I got shortstop from. Valera deals the 2-2, and that is going to be going to be ball 3. I'm trying to think of my terminology. It's going to say wild pitch. Although it didn't get away from anybody, it was still low in the dirt and off of the catcher passed. So Valera got a payoff coming to Blake and Pato. Pitch comes in, and that one is missed for ball 4. So Blake and Pato will take the 90-foot walk of fame on a payoff, and that brings up the right fielder Eric Correa to the dish for the Cavaliers.
Right fielder, number 6, Eric.
So
Correa.
1 out down and 1 man on for the Cavaliers brings up the right fielder Eric Correa, who singled his last time around and is 1 for 2 on the evening with a fly out to right field. First pitch comes in, and that appears to be just inside the batter's box of Correa. Call it ball 1. If it wasn't inside, it straddled that line. It's going to be a 1-0. Valera sets on the mound. Got a 1-0 coming. Pitch comes in. It's going to be a grounder, and it's going to trickle through for a base hit. So Eric Correa keeps his hit streak alive, and it's going to be, blanking on the name, Blake and Pato rounding to third in the meantime.
By Correa. We'll bring up
So the Cavs have one for sure in scoring position
Marinac.
as the shortstop Connor Marinac comes up to the dish for the Cavaliers. That was indeed a great single on the behalf of Correa, and I think I'm just going to about miss it on the replay. I, in fact, did. Oh, well, it was worth a try. So here's Connor Marinac coming up for his 3rd time tonight. He's looking for his first bit of action to go his way as he struck out twice. First pitch is in there for a strike, and I think I want to start things off here for the shortstop, Connor Marinac, out of the D3 National Champion Misericordia University Baseball Program. Valera sets. Got the 0-1 coming. Pitch comes in. It's a wave and a miss. Got him swinging for strike 2. Now 0-2 to the shortstop, Connor Marinac, who also is going to the Valley League Prospect Games at Liberty. I believe it's Monday of next week. 0-2 comes in and misses just downstairs for ball 2 as it's going to be a stolen base for Eric Correa. But it was a couple of Cavaliers going to the prospect games. It was Marinac, I want to say Howard, and I apologize for blanking because I read it this morning, but it was 1 or 2 pitchers from the Cavaliers all going to the prospect games. Here comes the 1-2. That's led away for ball 2. Now it even count at 2-2. Coming to the shortstop, Connor Marinac. But congratulations to not just the Cavaliers that made it, but to every Valley Leaguer that made it. That's got to be a great feeling just to know that you made it to a game or a couple of games to where all eyes are on you. As that's a grounder to short. The flip to first is going to be in time, and the play at third is going to be missed, and a run will score. So it's a sacrifice by Connor Marinac. And the Cavaliers now lead 5-2.
Marinac brings up the designated hitter, number 17, John Howard.
So it's a sacrifice 6-3 fielder's choice play for the second out. It's going to allow Blake and Pato to cross with Eric Correa rounding to third. And John Howard, the DH, is your man to come up. First pitch is missed for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for the DH, John Howard, in plate appearance number 3, who is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left and walked his last time around. Valera sets and deals the pitch, and that is in there for a strike looking. Now a 1-1 even count coming to the DH, John Howard. Thanks, Point Streak, for coming up in the middle of the inning. I appreciate it. For those of you who don't understand what I'm talking about, Point Streak has a Game Live feature that has not been working seamlessly throughout this entire season. And I've been trying to figure out who to contact to at least get some answers, and they're telling me to contact somebody from Shentel, and I'm like, how is Shentel going to do anything? So here comes the 2-ball, 1-strike count. That misses, or rather pitch, that misses for ball 3. Now 3 balls and a strike. John Howard, the designated hitter tonight, leads the Cavaliers in home runs with 5 on the season. I want to say Ryan Crapel just hit his second earlier tonight, as that one is in there for a looking strike 2. Now a payoff coming to the DH, John Howard. But with the grand slam earlier, I believe that was Crapel's second, because I know he hit his first here at CCHS, and I'm blanking as to who we were playing that game. But John Howard does lead the team in home runs, going back to that point. As he fouls that one away, we're going to do the payoff again, part 2. Blair readies, sets, deals payoff. Wave and a miss. Got him swinging for foul. That's going to be a foul ball on the play, so John Howard will get to go back. As by the time, of course, I had said that the inning was over, the umpire, of course, holds his hands up. Here comes part 3, and that is missed. Oh, rather, that's going to be strike 3. That was another very late call from the home plate umpire, but then again, we're not going to contest it. John Howard goes down on the looking strikeout, and that's the end of the inning as the Cavaliers tack on another run. It's a 5-3 ball game with 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. We take a sideline going into the 6th inning. They got a 5-2 ball game in the favor of the hometown Culpeper Cavaliers. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball, thanking our friends at Peak Roofing Contractors for sponsoring tonight's game.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney and Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney and Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
So we will go to, that's not going to be Tyler Schulman, rather it's going to be the 9th batter, Quentin Jenkins, in the Lumberjacks lineup to lead things off. He's got a 2-0 count to start things off here for this top half of the 6th inning. As Smith deals, that's missed ball 3, and we do have stats to finalize for Garrett Darner. Didn't get them when he left, as, again, we were trying to figure out Cesar Valera's name. As that's in there for a looking strike, it's a 3-ball and 1-strike count now. But Darner finishes after 3 2/3 of an inning, facing 15 batters, striking out 4, walking 2, giving 1 hit on 3 runs. And that'll be ball 4, so a 3-1 converts to a 90-foot walk of fame for the third baseman, Quentin Jenkins.
That'll bring up left fielder number 10, Thomas
As that brings us back to the top of the order with the left fielder, Thomas Marsala, who is 1 for 3 with a double his first time around, a line out to Connor Marinac at short, and a strikeout coming into this 4th plate appearance in this top half of the 6th inning. Smith deals the first pitch. That is going to be a ricochet off of Peterson, and that will allow, not Thomas Marsala, he's at the dish. It's going to be Quentin Jenkins to get on. I'm going to roll the passed ball. Or going to roll it a wild pitch. So Smith looks back and deals the 1-0, and I thought that hit him for a second, honestly, just in a quick judgment play, especially by his body language. I thought that hit him in the back. It just about misses him for 2-0. Thomas Marsala, again, your man at the dish for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks trail 5-2 to the Cavaliers in this top half of the 6th. That's another close pitch. Now 3-0. And now we're going to have a pause as I believe it's Marinac coming from short, and for sure Peterson from behind the dish are going to come and have a word with Tyler Smith. And while we have a moment, I'd like to thank our friends again at Peak Roofing Contractors for their sponsorship of tonight's ball game. Peak Roofing Contractors is a family-owned and operated roofing and home improvement contractor that knows how to deliver outstanding customer service. At Peak Roofing Contractors, we guarantee the Peak Promise, which is hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results. From the beginning to the completion of your roofing, windows, siding, gutter, or other home improvement project, our professional staff will always strive to exceed your expectations. Call us today at 703-468-4769 or visit us online at peakroofingcontractors.com. So it appears as of right now that the little visit from his teammates got Tyler Smith back into the groove as he pitches a strike looking to Thomas Marsala. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count now to the left fielder. And Smith looks back and deals a 3-1. It's going to be grounded and fouled, and now it's a payoff. If you're tuning in from abroad, it's 8:51, approaching 9 o'clock here local time. Cavaliers lead 5-2 here from a cooled down but still humid Culpeper. And here comes the payoff, and it's going to be fouled, and we'll do it again. I will say a lot of the players from Covington, or rather a lot of the men on the field for Covington on defense are from Florida. There's one New Mexico resident. I just got to imagine how warm it is down there. Never been to Florida, so I don't know if the humidity is still a factor there, as they're still on the East Coast. That looks to ping him, and that, in fact, according to the home plate umpire, will hold true. It's a 90-foot walk of fame off of an HBP for Thomas Marsala.
Number 4, Spencer Williams.
And Quentin Jenkins, in fact, or no, they'll send him back. I'm glad I looked up at the time I said, because I would say he's going to get to third on a stolen base, but no, the umpire at third base is going to hold, or rather not hold him, but send him back as a result of the HBP. So here's Spencer Williams, the center fielder, coming up for his third plate appearance. He has 1 for 2. Excuse me, fourth plate appearance. My apologies if that's not what I said. He singled his first time around, got called out on F09. That's going to be a ground to the third to flip to first on the fielder's choice is in time. My goodness, that was a very close play at first. I want to take a look at that, because that was, I'm not contesting, but just want to see how close that play was. My goodness, that was indeed a close play from 5-3. It's going to be a grounder down third, and there goes the throw, and it's in time. At least from this angle, it is in time, but my goodness, that was close. So there is now 1 out down in this top half of the 6th inning, as Spencer Williams goes down on a very close 5-3 play for the first out, as the shortstop Daniel Castillo will now face Smith. Here comes the first pitch, and that is going to miss low and away for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for the shortstop Daniel Castillo in plate appearance number 4 on the evening. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to first base. Forgot to write the 3, but I can see where I try. Or forgot to rewrite the 3, but I can see where I tried. And that's another HBP. So only on a 1-0 count does Daniel Castillo take the 90-foot walk of fame off of the HBP. And now Brandon Mack will come out and call all the infielders into the mound. We'll see if Smith will stay or if he'll go. I don't see, well, I do see somebody at least warming up, because I see a catcher in the bullpen. But it does appear that Mack will keep Smith out there for now. A reminder that the Cavaliers will host the Waynesboro Generals after a little bit of a road stand. They will travel to Harrisonburg tomorrow and take a 2-day break on Monday and Tuesday before traveling to Stanton again on Wednesday, and then they will host the Waynesboro Generals here at CCHS on Thursday evening. First pitch is set for 7 p.m., and we will hit the airwaves at 6:28 for the Saber Metrics pregame show. And while we have another second, I just want to thank everyone for being very patient with us tonight. It does look that everything has been working good on our end since I accidentally started a whole new broadcast. I wasn't intending for that to happen, but somehow it worked out that way, and thankfully it's worked out so far. And again, I just want to thank everybody for their patience and understanding in our technical difficulties in tonight's ball game. So again, thank you for being patient and not trying to take my head off, because that was a theme last year. So here's Shannar Brown, the right fielder, finds 1-0 from Tyler Smith. Smith will look back to second. Nobody there to make the play. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a wave on and miss. Got him looking for strike number 1 of the plate appearance. It's a 1-1 even count coming to the right fielder Brown. 1 out down in this top half of the 6th. The Cavaliers lead 5-2, but the go-ahead run now stands at the dish in the form of Brown for the Lumberjacks. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's tipped and fouled back. We'll do it again with a 1-2 count coming to the right fielder, Shannar Brown. Brown is 1 for 2 on the evening with a single in the 3rd, a strikeout in his first plate appearance in the 1st, and walked his last time around. He's got 1, possibly 2 in scoring position. With a 1-2 count, sets, deals from Smith. That's a liner, going to be foul. And my goodness, that had the distance. That was indeed a great hit from Shannar Brown, but unfortunately for him, just like Gabriel Larry a couple of innings ago, that might have been a little bit more foul than Gabriel Larry's. It had more height to it, but that would have been a home run ball if it was just 30 feet to the other side of the foul pole. Well, 30 feet just to the right in general. So here comes the 1-2. That's going to be lined out almost in the same direction. Gabriel Larry chasing back. He will make the catch. Tagging from 3rd will be Quentin Jenkins, and it's now a 5-3 ball game. And the play at 3rd is not going to be made as Ryan Peterson comes up with the ball just a little bit later than what he had hoped. So Quentin Jenkins scores, and it's now a 5-3 Covington deficit.
Second baseman number 6.
And now runners threaten the corners with 2 outs down in this top half of the 6th inning. Shannar Brown goes down on an FO7 that turns into an RBI. I never remember to write the RBIs down when there's a fly out or just anything like that. As Tyler Smith will come out, and we will see who the new pitcher is for the Cavaliers. You're tuned in to Culpeper Cavaliers baseball. Back in a moment after this short break.
The same food you love at Sean's table can be served at yours. Whether it's 25 or 100 guests, Sean's caters all your favorites. From brisket, pulled pork, ribs and chicken, to baked beans, mac and cheese, cornbread, and lots more. With simple online ordering, you select your meats, sides, drinks, and paper products. And don't forget our homemade desserts. All of Sean's catering can be delivered right to your table, or you can pick it up. Sean's Smokehouse Barbecue Catering. Real wood, real food, real good.
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Workman Mechanical. With personalized service, Workman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Meet us in the off-season. We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Workman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at workmanmechanical.com.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
So Tyler Smith is retired after 2 2/3 of work, facing 15 batters, walking 3, striking out 4, allowing no hits, but 1 run to cross. Replacing him in the 1 spot will be the Freehold, New Jersey native, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 225 pounds. A right-handed pitcher, sophomore, out of St. John's University, number 44, Zane Teneski. So Teneski comes into the game with a 2.25 ERA. That is the lowest ERA of the Cavalier pitching staff. So he's looking to stay on that title, as the next lowest is Benji Tucker's 3.55. He's got runners threatening the corners, needs 1 out to complete this inning. He comes in with 4 innings under his belt and 2 strikeouts. He will face Jose Alfonso, the second baseman, as his first batter. So here comes Tedeschi. Sets, deals, first pitch. Looks pretty on the fastball. Strike one. Nothing in one to start things off here for the second baseman, Jose Alfonso, in plate appearance number 4, where he comes up 1 for 2 with a walk his first time around, a single his second, and then popped out to second his last time around. He will swing and miss for strike 2, nothing in 2 now. Rather, it was looking. I barely saw it out of the corner of my eyes, and I thought I saw a swing, but again, I'm wrong. And the play at second is going to be in time. My goodness. So the run will not score. I want to take a look at that one as well. My goodness. At least from this angle, it looked like that the play was nowhere near. The runner would be Daniel Castillo. Watch in the middle of your screen now as that ball is just received. They had to have gotten him in the baseline. My goodness, that was a great awareness play from Ryan Krapel. And he stepped past the bag. That's going to be the ruling on the field. And now the coaching staff of the Lumberjacks are going to get their takes in on that call. But all players have cleared the field, and that's going to do it for this top half of the 6th inning. The Lumberjacks tack on 1 run. It's a 5-3 ball game in the Cavaliers' favor as we go into the bottom half of the 6th inning. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney and Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney and Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
Culpeper Battlefield Tours, LLC is a proud sponsor of the Culpeper Cavaliers. Culpeper Battlefield Tours launched in 2022 to provide tours of Culpeper's historic battlefields and sites. Tours of 2 or 3 hours can be customized of Brandy Station Battlefield, Buford's Knoll, Fleetwood Hill, St. James Church, Stevensburg, and the Winter Encampment, or contact Culpeper Battlefield Tours for a specialty tour. To contact them, learn about upcoming events and more, call 540-632-4500 or visit culpeperbattlefieldtours.com.
So we return to play here with Tyler Schulman leading off for the Cavaliers, and something I forgot to mention is that Jose Alfonso will return to lead off at the top half of next inning as he did not finish his plate appearance. So he'll come back with a clean slate. But we'll get back into the bottom half of the 6th. It's going to be Schulman, Gabriel Larry, and Ryan Krapel, the 3 due up for the Cavaliers here in this bottom half of the 6th inning. The first pitch, in the meantime, to Tyler Schulman is missed for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for the third baseman for the Cavaliers tonight, as that will be fouled out of play. While we have a moment, let's take a 10-second pause so our stations can identify themselves. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
You're tuned into Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
So Tyler Schulman faces a 1-1. The pitch comes in to be a high fly ball in the direction of left. It's going to be chasing, that's not Gabriel Leary, as point streak is not updated. It's going to be Thomas Marsala to make the play in left field. So Schulman goes down on an FO7 from a 1-1 count. That's the first out as the left fielder Gabriel Leary comes up to the dish for the Cavaliers. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a fly out to Castillo at short. Comes up to his third plate appearance, looking for his first bit of action to go his way, but he will find strike 1. Looking on the first one, it's 0-1. So Valera will receive his sign, sets and deals the 0-1. That is close to Larry. He will lean backwards in order to avoid the HBP. It's a 1-1. Following Larry will be Ryan Krapel, the second baseman, as the last of the 3 original due up for the Cavaliers here in this bottom half of the 6th inning. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count now in the meantime, coming to the left fielder, Gabriel Larry. 2-1 comes in, and that one looks to straddle Larry's batter's box. A 3-ball, 1-strike count. And there's something going on with the Covington Lumberjacks dugout that the home plate umpire is not liking. Not exactly sure what's going on down there. The spectator side of me wants to know what's being said, but the broadcaster in me needs to be professional and say, just let's see what happens when it happens. So I'm assuming there's going to be a warning written down by the home plate umpire. That's why he stopped there. We're going to resume play with a 3-ball and 1-strike count coming to the left fielder, Gabriel Larry. Home plate umpire puts his mask back on, and here comes the pitch, 3-1. That's going to be in there for strike 2. Larry thought ball 4. I do agree that that was strike 2. That was a pretty good pitch from Valera on the fastball, it appears. So Valera's got a payoff coming to Gabriel Larry. This could decide out 2 or base runner on 1 down. There's ball 4 as it's in the opposing batter's box. And it's a 90-foot walk of fame as Gabriel Larry takes it on a payoff. And now the second baseman, Ryan Crapel, will come up to the dish.
Second baseman number 0, Ryan Crapel.
Wanna take it all back to when it started. Life for the party. Right with my heart.
So here is Ryan Crapel, the second baseman. Last time around, he homered on a grand slam. Although now it wouldn't work as a grand slam now with only Gabriel Larry on. I mean, let's see if he keeps his hit streak alive in some ways. He's got a 1-0 coming from Cesar Valera. He has 1 for 2 on the night as well. And that pitch is well outside. Looked to have a little bit of a curve in it, but I'm not a I'm not a professional on calling fastballs and curveballs. Whenever I say that, I'm just guessing and hoping I'm right. So we're just going to assume it's 2-0 off of the curveball there. That didn't have enough curve to go back in the strike zone. Valera will set on the mound after receiving his sign from the catcher past. 2-0 count coming. Rather, Valera will receive his sign now. He will set on the mound. Again, 2-0 count. Pitch comes in, and that straddles the left-handed batter's box as that was a great stop by Past. Although it is ball 3. That was a great stop by Nick Past at the dish in order to avoid the passed ball. That could have certainly been trouble as Gabriel Larry stands on first. Pickoff attempt in the meantime is not in time. That was indeed a quick heads-up play from Valera, and I got to give him credit there as that pickoff attempt was very quick. Also got to give credit to Larry for getting back to the bag in time. So here comes the 3-0. That's going to miss low and away, and now there's 2 base runners on with 1 down, as that is 2 90-foot walk of fames. As Ryan Crapel gets to first, it's going to be the catcher, Ryan Peterson, coming up to the dish.
They'll ring up catcher number 48, Ryan Peterson.
And now Past will go out to the mound to have a word with Cesar Valera. A 5-3 ball game here in Culpeper in this bottom half of the 6th inning. Cavs have 1 out down in this bottom half of the 6th. Runners on first and second are now Ryan Crapel and Gabriel Larry. Both have been walked. Larry on a payoff, Crapel on a straight 3-0, 4-0 rather. So here's Ryan Peterson coming up for his second plate appearance of tonight's ball game, lined out to short with Daniel Castillo. Valera receiving his sign from the catcher Past. He will set on the mound. Facing the lefty, Ryan Peterson. Pitch comes in. That's going to be a foul ball. Well out of play. So 0-1 to start things off here for the catcher, Ryan Peterson, in plate appearance number 2. He's looking for his first bit of action to go his way. Again, he sits 0 for 1. Or rather be 0 for 2. I don't know what I missed. As that is a grounder to short, rather liner to short. And the play at second is in time to get Gabriel Larry. So Peterson will, unfortunately for him, force the double play as it's a line out to second base for out number 2. And then Gabriel Larry will get caught for out number 3. So for the Cavaliers, no runs on no hits. There were no errors, and technically now 1 runner left on base as we take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. It's a 5-0 ball game. Excuse me, 5-3. Don't know where I got 5-0 because I was writing down the 0 for the inning. Rather, I apologize. It's 5-3 for the Cavaliers in the 7th inning is where we advance. You're tuned in to Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
Founded in 1972, Jefferson Home Builders has built over 2,500 homes, everything from cozy additions to showplaces. We center our work on quality, affordability, and reliability. Choose Jefferson Home Builders for your next project by visiting them online at jeffersonhomebuilders.com or by calling 540-812-9080. Jefferson Home Builders, filled with certainty.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
So Zane Tedeschi's warm-up pitches have been completed as we go into the top half of the 7th here in Culpeper. It's a 5-3 ball game as we are approaching 9:15 here in local time. And when we get a break, we will take a look around the league as Tedeschi will face Jose Alfonso, the second baseman, who lines straight up to Gabriel Larry, chasing him backwards towards the fence at the warning track. And he just missed it. That is a home run for Jose Alfonso. And my goodness, that was indeed a very close play at the fence. Unfortunate for Gabriel Larry as he can't finish that play. So Jose Alfonso gets the home run, and it's now a 1-run ball game between the Cavs and the Lumberjacks. So here is the first baseman, Jorge Santana III. Sacrificed his first time around, got on via fielder's choice, and struck out swinging. He starts 0 for 1. Looking for his first bit of action to go his way as Tedeschi deals. That's tipped and found at the dish. It's going to be 0-2. In the North Division, again, Front Royal and Strasburg has been postponed. Now it says to July 1st, so that date was nailed down pretty quick. The Percival Cannons take the lead over the Winchester Royals from Fireman's Field, a 4-3 ball game in the favor of the homestanding Cannons. That is a liner into right. It's going to chase Correa, and he will make the catch at the warning track for out number 1. So Fabian Amaro goes down on an 0-2 flyer to right. Or excuse me, not Fabian Amaro. He's coming up now. Rather, that'd be Jorge Santana III for out number 1 as Fabian Amaro now will come up. I do apologize for that. The Woodstock River Bandits and the Newmarket Rebels have broken their tie. The River Bandits lead 5-3 over the Rebels. That game being played in Woodstock, top of the 4th. First pitch in the meantime here at CCHS for Fabian Amaro in this 4th plate appearance is in there for a looking strike, 0-1. Ball 1 in the meantime, 1-1 as it's a 5-5 ball game between the Turks and the Generals. The Harrisonburg Turks have allowed the Generals to come back and tie the ball game. That game in the bottom of the 5th. That's a grounder. It's going to be stopped at third. The flip to first is going to be off target. So it's going to be an E5. And we'll see just how far Fabian Amaro can get. He will stop at second. So an E5 allows Fabian Amaro to get to second. That error coming from Tyler Schulman.
Brings up catcher number 21, Nick.
So that brings up the catcher, Nick Past, who's looking for his first bit of action to go his way. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He did walk on a payoff in the 4th. So he has gotten on base, just not the way he wants to with a hit. I was going to say, is it time to pack up and go home there, Kenny? I mean, we still got a couple more innings to play here, but for those of you who couldn't tell, or you probably didn't tell, Kenny went back to the door where the light switch is and turned the lights out for a split second. From Stanton, it's a 4-2 Charlottesville Tom Sox lead. The Braves held I believe it was a 2-1 lead over the Tom Sox earlier on, as that's fouled away out of play. Now even count at 1-1 for Nick Past. The game between the Braves and the Tom Sox going in the bottom half of the fifth from Gypsy Hill Park. And, of course, the game you're tuned into, the Cavs now lead 5-4 over the Covington Lumberjacks here from CCHS. As Staneski looks back to second. Got a 1-1 count coming. Pitch comes in to Nick Past, and that one will miss for a ball two. Now a 2-ball and 1-strike count coming to the catcher Past. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything on the calendar, and I think I got everything. There's 2 games listed between Front Royal and Strasburg. One says pregame, and the other says postponement, so I'm going with the one that says postponed. As the 2-1 comes in, it's in there for a strike 2. That just straddles, from this angle, the left-hand side of the strike zone. Obviously, from the mound, it'd be the right side, as Taneski sets, got a 2-2 coming. 1 out down, and here comes the pitch. That's going to miss ball 3, and a payoff will decide if out 2 is recorded or if base runner number 2 gets on. As always, I'd like to thank our friends at Peak Roofing Contractors for their support of the Cavaliers and for being the presenting sponsor of tonight's ball game between the Lumberjacks and the Cavs. Payoff comes in, low and away, ball 4. So a 90-foot walk of fame is awarded to the catcher Nick Past on a payoff.
Brings up third.
That's now the second time he has been walked on a payoff. However, he's been doing it alternate, striking out his first time around, walking on the payoff, striking out his third time, and walking on the payoff again. So with 1 out down, here's the third baseman Quentin Jenkins, who, contrary to the numbers I said earlier, he wears number 3 tonight, not number 8. Here comes the first pitch to him, and that is going to be lined and fouled out of play. Strike 1 on the board. On the lineup given to me from head coach Rennie Tolentino for the Lumberjacks, Quentin Jenkins didn't have a number on the lineup, so still assumed that he was number 8, only to find out in his first or second plate appearance that he was actually number 3. So here comes the 0-1, and that is going to be low. It looked like Jenkins wanted to take a swing, and he held back, and that, in fact, worked in his favor. It's now an even count at 1-1 for the third baseman, Jenkins. Runners on first and second for the Lumberjacks are Past and Amaro. As Zane Taneski's got 1 out on the board. Here comes the 1-1. It's going to be a grounder, going to be foul territory. A ball and 2 strikes now for the third baseman, Quentin Jenkins, on the late foul call. That certainly went towards the Cavaliers' favor, as it did look like Fabian Amaro was going to reach third base on time. It's now a ball and 2 strikes for Quentin Jenkins. 5-4 ball game here from Culpeper, top 7. Game time run stands at second. The go-ahead run on first is what I was trying to go for. As ball 2 comes in now, an even count again, this time at 2-2. Cavs looking for 2 outs to get out of this inning, where they've given up another run that gets the Lumberjacks closer to taking the tie or the lead. Here comes the 2-2. It's going to be a grounder, and on a diving play from third base, and it will tag the runner Amaro in the baseline for the third out. So a double play right at third. A great awareness play from Tyler Shulman at third. Although he did record an error here earlier on in this inning, he makes up for it with a double play. So Quentin Jenkins goes down on the LO5, and Fabian Amaro, rather, will get caught stealing for the technical terms. Or caught in the advancement, if you want to say. So that'll retire the side. Lumberjacks, rather, score 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Cavalier error and 1 runner technically left on base. We transition to the bottom half of the 7th inning here in Culpeper. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
Our location at Bragg's Corner Properties lends itself to a superior visibility at the Route 29 bypass interchange. Bragg's Corner is ready to help make your business transition into this ever-expanding commercial area. Enjoy the freedom to start, grow, or expand your business today. For questions or to open your lease, visit Bragg's Corner Properties online at braggscorner.com. That's BRAGGS corner.com. Bragg's Corner Properties, where business meets success.
K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies is your home for the perfect outdoor power equipment, mowers, compact tractors, and arborist supplies. We carry many of the major outdoor equipment brands, and we're the largest arborist supply store around. Why choose anyone else when we've been voted Best Lawn and Garden Store in the best of Culpeper for 10 years running? Whatever you need, call us at 540-825-8371 or stop in our newer, larger location at 16299 Allied Way in Culpeper. K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies. From grass to trees, we aim to please.
Introducing the new Sean Smokehouse Barbecue app. Ordering your favorite mouth-watering smoked meats and homemade sides has never been easier. Satisfy your cravings and earn rewards with every bite. With the help of our loyalty program, catering for your next event is a breeze. Download the new Sean Smokehouse Barbecue app and order today. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
We return to action here at Culpeper County High School, where Cesar Valera has been retired after 2 1/3 innings, facing 11 batters, striking out 1, walking 3, allowing 2 hits and 2 runs to score. And in his place to start this bottom half of the 7th inning will be Albuquerque, New Mexico native, 6'2", 170-pound right-handed pitcher, a freshman out of Luna Community College, number 22, Justin Peterson, will be called up to the mound. And we'll see just what Peterson can do as he will face the 9-1-2 batters for the Cavaliers, those being Souza Pato and Eric Correa.
Leading off the bottom of the inning for the Cavaliers.
So here we go to the 7th inning for the Cavalier offense. Sean Souza comes up 0 for 2 with a swinging strikeout and a 4-3 play for, or rather now coming into his 3rd plate appearance. Here comes the first pitch from Peterson. Then it's going to be popped up, playable into left. It's going to be chasing, again, it's not Gabriel Leary. It's rather going to be Thomas Marsala. 4 out, number 1. So it's an FO7 on the record of Souza. And he goes down 0 for 3 as Blagan Pato comes up to the dish now for the Cavaliers. So the center fielder Pato is looking for his first bit of action to go his way. He's 0 for 2 with an E6 that got him on, an FO9 and in the 3rd got him out. He did walk and score in the 5th inning. As a high fly ball chasing back the left fielder Marsala at the fence. That ball is gone! A solo shot for Blagan Pato. And the Cavaliers extend their lead. Pay the man Pato as he finds yard just over the outstretched arms of Marsala.
And that absolute bomb by number 8.
And the Cavaliers now lead 6-4.
Eric Correa.
So Pato finds his 4th hit of the season on dinger style. It's a 6-4 ball game now in the advantage of the Cavaliers as the right fielder Eric Correa now comes up for the Cavaliers. He finds strike 1 swinging through it. 0-1 to start things off here. And that's a tip and foul at the backstop. We're going to do it again with an 0-2. And to all my Yankees and Braves fans out there, it's a 7-3 ball game in the favor of the Yankees. In the top of the 7th, the Braves trail, if I didn't say that already. And here comes the 0-2, and that is going to be a wild pitch. And it hit the catcher in the foot, that being passed. Or rather, hit the ump in the foot, my apologies, not the catcher. Seems like every game the umpire has gotten hit in some way, at least in the last week and a half. Luckily, this HBP for the umpire has not been as serious as the others have been. So now the count is even, as I can't press the plus button apparently, for Eric Correa. It's now at 2-2. Nope, it's going to be hitting him rather. My goodness, I can't tell anything right now as Correa will take the 90-foot walk of fame on a 1-2 HBP. And the shortstop, Connor Marinac, comes up to the dish. For those who remember, the Cavaliers fans, rather, it might have been Lumberjacks fans too. I can't remember what game I did it, but there was one game within the last week or two where I looked at all the MLB scores. I might do that again tonight, just depending on if I remember to do it. 90% of the things I talk about are based on my memory, and if I remember to talk about it. So if I say, this has happened to me plenty of times, whether it be at Front Royal or here, I'll say, oh, at the next half inning, I'll talk about this, and I just won't talk about it. That's because I forgot about it. As Marinac flies out to the center fielder, Williams. And that'll do it for Marinac's fourth plate appearance. On a fly out to 8 for the second out. Eric Correa still stands at first, and the DH, John Howard, comes up to the dish for the Cavaliers. He's 0 for 2 with a 4-3 and an FO7. He either walked or got hit in that fourth inning. I never marked it, but it's one of the two. He, in fact, walked. I knew it was one of the two because 3-1, how do you get on? It's one of those two. Well, you could hit, but I don't think he hit, and he didn't. So the first pitch, in the meantime, misses for ball 1, now ball 2 in the meantime, as I try to figure out, or get all my ducks in a row again. 2-0 we'll stick with. So John Howard sits with a 2-0 now, not a 2-0 previously. As it'll be Peterson sitting on the mound. The pitch comes in 2-0. That one looks pretty, but just a little bit too low. Pretty across the dish, that is. I try to be as neutral as I can in calling stuff like that, and I got to say, some of these pitchers on both sides have really good pitches sometimes, and I got to call it. So here comes the 2-1. That one's pretty and has the height for the strike. So assuming two straight fastballs there. Now a 2-2 count. Or 3-1, my apologies. That's going to be grounded to short, and it's going to be bobbled on an E. So the 3-1 grounder to short is going to be an E6 that gets John Howard on.
Howard finds a way to get on base. And bring up third.
So Eric Correa gets to second via the E. And just like that, Tyler Shulman, the third baseman, comes up to the dish. Shulman went down on a 4-3 and a fly out to 7. He walked in the middle and scored off of that Ryan Krapel grand slam. So it should be 2 outs down, my apologies. As the first pitch to Tyler Shulman misses for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for the third baseman in his fourth plate appearance, where again he's looking for something to go his way hitting-wise. Here comes the 1-0, and that one looks pretty across the dish. That in fact holds true for strike 1. Now an even count at 1-1 for the third baseman. The Cavs have Eric Correa on second and John Howard on first. Correa got hit, and Howard got on via the E6. As ball 2 comes in, it's a 2-1 count. Coming to the third baseman, not John Howard, rather Tyler Shulman, my apologies. 6-4 ball game here from Culpeper. Cavaliers lead. Peterson looks back to second after setting. Nobody there to make the play. He'll deal the 2-1. That's waved on and missed. Got him swinging for strike 2. Now an even count at 2-2 for the third baseman. Peterson receives his sign from past behind the dish. He will sit on the mound. Nobody quite home to make the play at second where he looks. He will now deal the 2-2. Grounded, or rather tipped and fouled back towards the backstop. We'll do it again at a 2-2. So we get set and ready to resume play on the 2-2, coming to Tyler Shulman from Justin Peterson. Sets. Looks back to second. Nobody there to make the play again. Will deal the 2-2. That's on a passed ball. We're going to call it a wild pitch, although it did get underneath the leg of the catcher, Peterson. And it's going to be a stolen base for just Eric Correa off of the wild pitch, rather, not a stolen base. So wild pitch gets Eric Correa to third. Now runners threaten the corners with a payoff coming to the third baseman, Tyler Schulman. And this payoff could decide the inning. So Peterson sets. Runners threaten the corners, payoff, 2 outs down. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4, and it's a 90-foot walk of fame for Tyler Schulman. So it'll be John Howard rounding to second as Gabriel Larry comes up to the dish. And where have we seen loaded bases before? This time Gabriel Larry has to do something if he wants to get the Cavaliers to add some insurance runs, because there are 2 outs on the board. First pitch from Peterson to Larry. Low and away. Beautiful across the dish, though. But again, just too low. Ball 1. The left fielder, Larry, sits 1-0 in the count to start things off. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a fly out to short. He walked his last time around. That is a liner out to left. Looks to be just about fair from here, and that's going to be fair. 1 run scores, bring home 2, and the cutoff at third is missed. 2-run score off of the Gabriel Larry RBI. Down the line, and the Cavaliers now lead 8-4.
We'll bring up second baseman number 0, Ryan.
So Gabriel Larry gets the beautiful double that scores 2. It's going to be Correa and Howard to cross, and the Cavaliers extend their lead to now 8-4. And that'll call up the second baseman Ryan Krapel, who one of the last times around, he hit a grand slam, that being the second to last time around. He walked the last time on a 3-0 pitch, and that is going to be lined out, looks to be into center, and that ball is gone! Ryan Krapel! Not quite back to back, but back, skip, back. That is his second home run of the night, and the Cavaliers now extend their lead. It's going to be an 11-4 ball game.
That's 7 RBIs tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Ryan Krapel with a 3-run shot over the center field fence. And the Cavs now extend their lead. Of course, I didn't catch it on replay, but we can see just Ryan Krapel just crossing the dish there. That'll bring up the catcher, Ryan Peterson. And my goodness, the Cavaliers have blown this game wide open here in this 7th inning. The catcher, Ryan Peterson's looking for his first bit of action to go his way. Oops, I didn't mean to clear the outs there. As the first pitch is low and away for Peterson, call it ball 1, 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0 from Peterson, and that is going to be low and away for ball 2.
Clap your hands.
So it's a 2-0 count coming from Peterson to Peterson. Talk about a little bit of a sticky situation. One Peterson pitching to another Peterson. It'd be amazing if the catcher's name was Peterson as well. As that's in there for a strike on the 2-0. So I think I need to be specific here. Ryan Peterson faces a 2-1 from Justin Peterson. I don't think I've had that issue in my Valley League career either. 2-1 is going to be grounded to second. It's going to be Alfonso to Santana to retire the side. But not before the Cavaliers can add 6 more runs to their lead as Peterson goes down on a 4-3 play to end the inning. All Cavaliers go up to the dish in the 7th inning. So we'll go back to the 9th batter, Sean Souza. In the 8th inning, we'll return to the top of the order for the Lumberjacks, that being with Thomas Marsala on the other half of this break. You're tuned in to Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
The number is
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Workman Mechanical. With personalized service, Workman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Need us in the off-season? We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Workman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at workmanmechanical.com.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
We return to action here from Culpeper. It's the 8th inning of action here between the Cavaliers and the Lumberjacks. It's now an 11-4 ball game in the Cavaliers' favor as they score 6 runs off of an RBI double from Gabriel Larry and a 3-run home run from Blagan Pato. As we will return to the Lumberjack side of things, it'll be Thomas Marsala, Spencer Williams, and Daniel Castillo to lead things off here for the Lumberjacks in this top half of the 8th inning. So Tedeschi sets and deals the first pitch. That's going to be lifted up in the direction of left, chasing back Gabriel Larry and to his right. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Thomas Marsala goes down on an FO7 for out number 1, as the center fielder Spencer Williams will come up to the dish now. Williams is 1 for 3. He singled his first go around, flew out to 9. Going to be calling it 1 for 2, rather. That's what it was. I forgot to write down that he bunted the last time on a sacrifice. As the first pitch comes in, it's a looking strike. Rather, it's going to be a 1-1, my apologies. So it'll be 1 for 2, rather, Spencer Williams on a... Now it's 1-1. There we go. Okay, we're getting everything straight up here in the press box. The home plate umpire tonight has been calling calls late, which isn't bad. It's just all of us up here are too quick, I guess. As that's lifted into center, it's going to be chasing up Blagan Pato. Shifts a little to his left, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Lumberjacks so far on an FO7 and an FO8 for out number 2, as the shortstop Daniel Castillo will come up to the dish now for the Covington Lumberjacks. I'm going to call him 0 for 3 with a walk his first go around, ground out to first. Going to say actually 0 for 2. Yep, that's how Point Streak has it. So here comes the first pitch to Castillo. It's up, 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 and away for ball 1. It's going to be a 1-0 count coming to the shortstop Castillo. So in the meantime, 2-0 is the count as Castillo finds the missed pitch. Zane Tedeschi, your man on the mound for the Cavaliers, is pitching pitch number 27 of the night here. On the 2-0, that's well outside for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes coming to Castillo. Castillo is 1 for 3 on the season so far. I'm assuming that he was just added last night, or yesterday, to be more specific, as he was inactive throughout the entire season, and he was just added again. I believe he was a returner, as he will take a 90-foot walk of fame off of the payoff. Or excuse me, off the 3-0, my apologies. Don't know where I got payoff.
Right fielder, number 31, Shinar Brown.
So the right fielder, Shinar Brown, will follow with a man on and 2 down. Brown singled in the 3rd, struck out his first time around, walked in the 5th, and got an RBI on a flyout to Gabriel Larry in the left. As that's a tip and foul back towards the backstop. It's going to be an 0-1 count to start things off here for the right fielder, Shinar Brown, in his 4th plate appearance of, 5th, my apologies, plate appearance of tonight's ball game. Brown comes into tonight's ball game 17 for 56. That's a 303, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. And that's a grounder down the first base line. And Souza scoops, flip to Tedeschi, play at first, is in time. So not quite a 1-2-3 inning as the Cavaliers do get the ground out to first base. And that'll retire the side through 4 batters in this 8th inning. Cavs lead 11-4 here over the Covington Lumberjacks from CCHS. We go to the bottom of the 8th as we rear on the lineup with Blake and Pato due up for the Cavaliers. That's in the other half of this break. I'd like to thank our friends at Peak Roofing Contractors for sponsoring tonight's ball game. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
CM Contracting and Consulting provides general contracting and consulting services for commercial, government, and security construction. Our jobs range from small area remodeling to new building construction. When it comes to working with clients, our golden rule takes priority. We simply want to guarantee 100% satisfaction with the work done. Contact CM Contracting and Consulting at cmcontractingconsulting.com for all of your commercial construction, security construction, modular SCIF, and disaster recovery needs.
So we return to action here in this bottom half of the 8th inning, as rather to be Sean Souza due up for the Cavaliers. I do apologize for that. I read that wrong. As he will line out into left, and that looks to be just about foul. So Souza gets a powerful hit to start things off, but unfortunately for him, it just goes foul, probably about 5 to 7 feet in foul territory. So 0-1 to start things off here for the first baseman, Sean Souza, in plate appearance number 4 on the evening. He led off the last inning where the Cavaliers had every batter come up and 6 of them score. And here comes the 0-1. That is a beautiful pitch across the plate, but just too low. It's going to be ball 1, 1-1 the count. So Peterson will set and deal the 1-1 pitch. As Souza avoids the HBP, it's a 2-1. A reminder that following tonight's ball game, since I remember I didn't finish my sentence there, we will have our Saber Metrics postgame show and then take a few minutes and then look around the league as Souza will wave through that one. Nobody waves back. It's a 2-2 count. But again, as always, we will take our Saber Metrics postgame show and we'll look at what went right and what went wrong for both the Cavs and the Lumberjacks, as that's a grounder to first, and that's going to be it for Sean Souza in this 4th plate appearance, as he'll ground out to to first base. My apologies. I was thinking about the number and got ahead of myself.
Number 8, Blake
as the center fielder Blake and Pato comes up to the dish. I realized I missed out on Blake and Pato's home run in the last inning as well. So it was a two-run RBI double from Gabriel Larry after the Blake and Pato solo home run, and then Ryan Crapel hit his 3-run home run. That's a grounder to third. The flip to first is going to be... They're going to call him out. I believe that Santana did somehow get him on the tag in the baseline. I'm gonna go with that. I will side with the first base umpire, as it's a 5-3 tag on the baseline to get Pato to go down for out number 2. So the right fielder Eric Correa comes up with none on and 2 down. First pitch to him will be cut on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 to start things off here for the right fielder Blake and Pato in plate appearance number 5 on the evening, where he has singled twice, flew out to right, and got on via an HBP and scored in the first single and in the HBP. So he's got an 0-1 count coming from Justin Peterson. The pitch will come in, and it's a wave and a miss. Got him swinging for strike 2. Rather, strike 3. I missed that strike there. And the side retires from the bat of Eric Correa. It's a swinging strikeout, and the Cavaliers go down 1-2-3 for the first time since the 3rd inning. It's a great defensive presence by the Lumberjacks. As they trail 11-4, they show that they're down, but they're not out just yet. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the 8th. We transition to the 9th. It's an 11-4 ball game in the favor of the hometown Cavs. This is Culpeper Cavaliers baseball.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
Culpeper Battlefield Tours, LLC is a proud sponsor of the Culpeper Cavaliers. Culpeper Battlefield Tours launched in 2022 to provide tours of Culpeper's historic battlefields and sites. Tours of 2 or 3 hours can be customized of Brandy Station Battlefield, Buford's Knoll, Fleetwood Hill, St. James Church, Stevensburg, and the Winter Encampment, or contact Culpeper Battlefield Tours for a specialty tour. To contact them, learn about upcoming events and more, call 540-632-4500 or visit culpeperbattlefieldtours.com.
Cavs need 3 outs to win this ball game here on this Saturday, June 22nd evening here from Culpeper. And to do it, they'll face Jose Alfonso, Jorge Santana III, and Fabian Amaro, with Zane Teneski commanding from the mound. Cavaliers need 3 outs again to win this ball game. We'll see what happens. First pitch comes in, and it is missed for ball 1. 1-0 is the count to start things off here for the second baseman, Jose Alfonso, in plate appearance number 5 on the evening. Alfonso comes up 2 for 3 with a homer, a single, and then he walked and popped out to second base. That's in there for a strike. Now 1-1 count. Coming to the second baseman, Jose Alfonso. A reminder that the Cavaliers will go on a 2-game road stand spanning from tomorrow night to Wednesday. They will take Monday and Tuesday off for the break before returning from Harrisonburg to take that break. They will then travel to Stanton to take on the Braves on Wednesday evening before returning here to CCHS to host the Waynesboro Generals. 2-1 in the meantime is low and away. That was a fastball, but just well outside the strike zone. 3 balls and a strike for the second baseman, Jose Alfonso, who leads off in this top of the 9th. Zane Teneski, 3-1. Pitch comes in there, strike 2, and that got Jose Alfonso, as he looked like he wanted to sell it as ball 4, but the home plate umpire said no, that's strike 2. And we've got a payoff to start things off here for Zane Teneski on defense. Sets, deals, payoff. That one's low and away, ball 4 on the fastball. So it's a 90-foot walk of fame to start things off here for the Cavalier defense, giving it to Jose Alfonso, the second baseman, as we go to the first baseman, Jorge Santana III.
16, first baseman Jorge Santana III.
So Jorge Santana III has nothing going for him besides an RBI in the first inning. He got on via fielder's choice, swinging strikeout, and flew out to right as the first pitch to him is swung on. Thought I heard contact. Going to go strike 1 either way, whether it be a swinging strike or just a foul. So 0-1 to start things off here for the first baseman, Jorge Santana III. Zane Teneski on the mound for the Cavaliers, going for the pickoff at first. It's nowhere near in time. And again, just a friendly reminder that we will have the Saber Metrics postgame show at the end of tonight's ball game once the stats have been finalized, the scores have been finalized, and everything in between is all in a row as Peterson loses the baseball. It's going to be ball 1-1-1 off of the passed ball. I actually had it right this time, and I just couldn't think of the right words, so thank you, Andrew, for giving me the words. So a PB will get the second baseman, Jose Alfonso, to second. Nobody down yet for the Covington offense. Zane Tedeschi on the mound facing a 2-1, excuse me. As that one is in there for strike two. Now an even count again, this time at 2-2. A beautiful pitch from Zane Tedeschi straight across the dish. And now the first baseman, Jorge Santana III, has one more strike to play with. As it's 2-2, Zane Tedeschi deals. That's a popper and gets into the glove of a diving Marinac. It's short. How about that for Connor Marinac?
Beautiful play.
And the Cavaliers have one down.
That'll bring up designated
So
hitter.
Jorge Santana III lines out to short for the first out as the DH Fabian Amaro comes up to the dish for the Lumberjacks. And what a great diving play from Marinac. It's an 11-4 ball game with a man on second. One out down, a top 9. Cavs lead by 7. So they've got some wiggle room if they do allow some things, but the ideal situation would be just to get out of it. As the first pitch to the DH, Fabian Amaro misses for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count to start things off here for Amaro, who is 0 for every time. I'm going to say 0 for 2 technically, with a strikeout and an E5 that got him on. Strike 1 comes through as I'm looking down. I believe it was looking 1-1 is the count. Rather going to swing. I tried. I had a 50% shot at getting it right, and I got it wrong. Tedeschi sets. Got a 1-1 with one out down. Man on second. Pitch comes in. That's missed, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to the DH, Fabian Amaro. Time is approaching 10 o'clock here in local time. 10 till in Culpeper. Here comes the 2-ball, 1-strike count. That's waved on and missed. Got him swinging for strike 2. Now an even count again, this time at 2-2 for the DH, Fabian Amaro. Following Amaro, if necessary, will be Nick Past, the catcher. Tedeschi receives a sign from Peterson behind the dish. Sets on the mound. Got a 2-2 count coming, and Amaro will step out of the batter's box. He'll return back to the right-handed batter's box and play to resume with a 2-2 count. One out down. Top of the 9th. Cavaliers lead 11-4. Zane Tedeschi is your man on the mound for the Cavaliers. He's got one on second that'd be Jose Alfonso, and that's a swing and a miss. Peterson scoops, flip to first in time for the swinging strikeout. The double play at third is not in time. That was a great awareness play from Souza at first. So it is a strikeout on the record of Fabian Amaro for the second out. Jorge Santana advances on the fielder's choice. And now we've got Nick Past, the catcher, coming up.
Number 21, Nick Past.
So 2 outs down in this top of the 9th. Cavaliers lead 11-4 with a man on third in the form of Jose Alfonso. And here's the catcher, Nick Past. First pitch comes in. It's going to be a liner straight up. Looking to read is the second baseman, Ryan Krapel, or Connor Marinac, the shortstop. Marinac comes up with the play and takes a push-up in the grass. And that is your ball game. The Cavaliers continue their win streak over the Lumberjacks. It's an 11-4 win for your Cavaliers here from Culpeper. They get back into the win column at home. And we will take a sideline here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network so we can finalize our stats, finalize our scores, and give you the goods and the bads from tonight's ball game. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball. Back in a moment for the Saber Metrics post-game report.
Our location at Bragg's Corner Properties lends itself to a superior visibility at the Route 29 bypass interchange. Bragg's Corner is ready to help make your business transition into this ever-expanding commercial area. Enjoy the freedom to start, grow, or expand your business today. For questions or to open your lease, visit Bragg's Corner Properties online at braggscorner.com. That's BRAGGS corner.com. Bragg's Corner Properties, where business meets success.
And while we have a break, we'll take a look at Ryan Krapel, the player of the game, being interviewed on field now.
Always one more. Always one more. What kind of pitch came in?
Fastball.
Gotta hit him.
That's the best way to hit the off.
Everybody, let's hear it for Brian out here. Come on. The kid was lighting it up right, giveaway for the parents. Anything else you have to say to the fans?
Thank you guys so much for your support. Have a good night.
So Ryan Krapel is your player of the game here for the Cavaliers. We'll take a look at his stats and more coming up after this break. You're tuned in to Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
Sports, bone, spine, and joint injuries can damage everything from your game to your independence and daily life. At UVA Orthopedics of Culpeper Medical Center, we're committed to caring for your health and wellness needs from the time you walk in the door until the time you walk out. From joint replacements to finger implants, we perform some of the most difficult surgeries in the state. You can come to UVA Health and trust you'll receive the most up-to-date procedures from highly skilled and caring orthopedic specialists. Visit us at 541 Sunset Lane in Culpeper or online at uvahealth.com.
K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies is your home for the perfect outdoor power equipment, mowers, compact tractors, and arborist supplies. We carry many of the major outdoor equipment brands, and we're the largest arborist supply store around. Why choose anyone else when we've been voted best lawn and garden store in the best of Culpeper for 10 years running? Whatever you need, call us at 540-825-8371 or stop in our newer, larger location at 16299 Allied Way in Culpeper. K&M Lawn, Garden and Arborist Supplies. From grass to trees, we aim to please.
Since 2004, All Install, your local Generac backup generator dealer, has provided Central Virginia with backup generators and parts at a reasonable price. We offer free, in-home estimates, as well as service for all our customers' generator needs. Install or service your Generac generator with the help of All Install today. Visit allinstallva.com or call 540-923-4592. All Install, dependable in your time of need.
Located in Culpeper, Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency has been committed for over 30 years to providing the best insurance coverage, but also the best service. We try to make picking the right insurance policy easier and less daunting for you by going the extra mile, doing the extra work, and reassuring you that our team of experienced professional agents is here for you every step of the way. To get in touch with one of our dedicated team members, visit MaloneyandWard.com or call 540-825-9121. Maloney & Ward Insurance Agency. Coverage you need. Coverage you can trust. Coverage you can afford.
At Peak Roofing Contractors, we specialize in roof installation, new gutters, siding, windows, and doors. In fact, we will transform the exterior of your home into something beautiful. As a family-owned and operated business, our customers, our name, and our employees are our most important assets. We provide hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results that will last for years. For an appointment, visit us on the web at peakroofingcontractors.com.
The same food you love at Sean's Table can be served at yours. Whether it's 25 or 100 guests, Sean's caters all your favorites. From brisket, pulled pork, ribs and chicken, to baked beans, mac and cheese, cornbread, and lots more. With simple online ordering, you select your meats, sides, drinks, and paper products. And don't forget our homemade desserts. All of Sean's catering can be delivered right to your table, or you can pick it up. Sean's Smokehouse Barbecue Catering. Real wood, real food, real good.
The Battlefield Area Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves over 4,000 coaches and 21,000 athletes. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes serves local youth by building relationships that will demonstrate steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ and His Word through integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence. For more information on their work in the local area, to view upcoming events, or to even join their team, visit battlefieldfca.org.
This is the post-game show, live on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.
Cavaliers are victorious over the Covington Lumberjacks here from CCHS to get back into the winning column at home and extend their win streak to 2. This is the Saber Metrics post-game report here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, where I'll take a look around what happened throughout the game, the winning pitchers, the losing pitchers, what happened, what worked, what didn't work, just anything and everything that happened throughout the game. Going through the play-by-play, the top half of the first inning, the Lumberjacks got on an early 2-0 lead off of a sacrifice RBI from Jorge Santana III. That scored Marsala and Spencer Williams. 2-0 was your score going into the bottom half of the first. Cavs sent up 4 batters and did not score with Blagan Pato standing on third base. 1-2-3 inning for the Lumberjacks on offense took us to the bottom half of the second, where the Cavaliers did the exact same thing. As we move to the third inning, the Lumberjacks got 2 hits to go their way. 5 batters faced, still no runs to score. The Cavaliers going into the bottom half of the third inning also went 1-2-3 yet again. Moving to the fourth, it was a 5-batter inning for the Lumberjacks as pass was walked and Spencer Williams got on via an HBP. Nothing going outside of those two for the Lumberjacks offense. Bottom 4, Cavaliers take a grand slam from Ryan Crapel to take the advantage. They led 4-3 and never trailed after that. Top of the fifth, the Lumberjacks send up 5 batters off of 2 walks. Nothing else in between those 2 walks. Moving on to the bottom half of the fifth, the Cavs tack on an extra run in the bottom half of the inning, that being off of a Blagan Pato walk, and then a sacrifice 6-3 from Connor Marinac to score Pato. It was 5-2 going into the 6th inning. The Lumberjacks, however, did score a run off of the bat, or off of Quentin Jenkins, who walked, and then it was an RBI from Shanar Brown. Jose Alfonso then came up, but a CS from 1-4 got Daniel Castillo out to end that inning just a little bit earlier than the Lumberjacks would have hoped. Going into the bottom of the 6th round, the Cavaliers sent up 4. Walking Gabriel Larry and Ryan Crapel. Larry was caught stealing. No runs scored. Top of the 7th, Lumberjacks add a run off of a solo shot from Jose Alfonso. That made it a 5-4 ball game. Cavaliers go to the bottom of the 6th, allow 2 to walk, bottom of the 7th, my apologies. And the Cavaliers score 6 runs off of 2 home runs, one worth 1 run and one worth 3. And an RBI off of Gabriel Larry, a 2-run RBI double that was being. 6 runs scored in the 7th, making it an 11-4 ball game in the favor of the Cavaliers. No runs scored from the Lumberjacks in the 8th inning, with 1 walking in the form of Daniel Castillo. Bottom 8, Cavs go 1-2-3, no runs. And in the top of the 9th, the Lumberjacks go 1-2-3, no runs scored. The winner for the Cavaliers will be Tyler Smith, picking up his 2nd win of the season and pitching 2 2/3 innings, facing 15 batters, striking out 3, walking 4, allowing no hits and 1 run to score. For the Lumberjacks, the loss will go to Garrett Darner, who started tonight's game, pitching 3 2/3 innings, facing 15 batters, walking 2, striking out 4, allowing 1 hit and 3 runs to score. And that is your Saber Metrics post-game report here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. We'll be back on the other half of this break, and we'll take our final look around the Valley League here tonight. This is Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball.
Summer is here, and now is the best time to get your air conditioner serviced or a new one installed by the professionals at Wortman Mechanical. With personalized service, Wortman Mechanical makes sure that customer satisfaction is guaranteed. Need us in the off-season? We service all major brand heating systems, electrical and plumbing systems as well. For your next electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and indoor air quality system servicing, contact Wortman Mechanical by phone at 540-727-9555 or online at wortmanmechanical.com.
Since 2004, All Install, your local Generac backup generator dealer, has provided Central Virginia with backup generators and parts at a reasonable price. We offer free, in-home estimates, as well as service for all our customers' generator needs. Install or service your Generac generator with the help of All Install today. Visit allinstallva.com or call 540-923-4592. All Install, dependable in your time of need.
Culpeper Battlefield Tours, LLC is a proud sponsor of the Culpeper Cavaliers. Culpeper Battlefield Tours launched in 2022 to provide tours of Culpeper's historic battlefields and sites. Tours of 2 or 3 hours can be customized of Brandy Station Battlefield, Buford's Knoll, Fleetwood Hill, St. James Church, Stevensburg, and the Winter Encampment, or contact Culpeper Battlefield Tours for a specialty tour. To contact them, learn about upcoming events and more, call 540-632-4500 or visit culpeperbattlefieldtours.com.
The Rotary Club of Culpeper is part of a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders that provides humanitarian service, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps build goodwill and peace in the world. The main objective of Rotary is service, in the community, in the workplace, and throughout the world. The Rotary motto is service above self. For more information about your local Rotary Club of Culpeper, visit rotaryclubofculpeper.org.
Path Recreation and Fitness Center offers multi-sport courts, batting cages, a fitness area, activity rooms, and more to serve all your recreation and fitness needs. Stop by 19002 Crossroad Parkway for a tour and see how the center can serve you. For more information, call 540-825-0000 or visit pathrecreationandfitnesscenter.com. Path Recreation and Fitness Center. Find your fun. Find your fit. A member of the Culpeper Wellness Foundation.
This is your Saber Metrics post-game report. Now taking our final look around the Valley League, presented by LD&B Insurance and Financial Services, Centera, and Southern Kitchen in Newmarket. As final scores are rolling around, games are also still going on. However, a final score in the North Division has been reported. The Percival Cannons come back and take the Winchester Royals 5-3 from Fireman's Field. That game ending after 2 hours and 27 minutes. So that game ended just a couple of moments ago as well. Bottom of the 7th from Gypsy Hill Park in South Division play. The Charlottesville Tom Sox have blown the game wide open in their perspective. A 10-2 ball game going to the visiting Tom Sox so far. That game going into the bottom of the 7th inning. Going back to North Division in the bottom half of the 6th from Central High School. It is a 6-3 advantage for the homestanding Woodstock River Bandits over the visiting Newmarket Rebels from Central High School. Again, that game going into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Going back to the South Division now, the Harrisonburg Turks retake the lead over the Waynesboro Generals, an 11-7 game for the homestanding Turks from Veterans Memorial Park. That game going into the top half of the 8th inning at this time. And of course, the game you're tuned into here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network, the final score. The Cavaliers are victorious over the Covington Lumberjacks 11-4. They will improve to 6-11 on the season, and will pick up a 2-game win streak going into tomorrow night's game at, let's see where it is. That's going to be at Harrisonburg tomorrow night. And that will do it for our look around the league and our Saber Metrics post-game report. I just want to thank everybody once again for their patience in tonight's ball game, and thank you for not trying to take my head off with our connection issues. And hopefully we can have all these issues resolved here soon. As again, that turns out our look around the league and our Saber Metrics post-game report here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. And now we'll take a look at our legal notices here on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. I'd like to say thank you to our game sponsor, Peak Roofing, which is a family-owned and operated roofing and home improvement contractor that knows how to deliver outstanding customer service. At Peak Roofing Contractors, we guarantee the Peak Promise. Hassle-free estimates, no high-pressure sales, and quality results. From the beginning to the completion of your roofing, windows, siding, gutter, or other home improvement project, our professional staff will always strive to exceed your expectations. Call us today at 703-468-4769 or visit us online at peakroofingcontractors.com. Thank you to Peak Roofing for being the presenting sponsor of tonight's ball game. As stated earlier, the next ball game here at CCHS will be next Thursday as the Cavaliers will host the Waynesboro Generals with first pitch set for 7 o'clock. We will hit the airwaves at 6:28 for the Saber Metrics pregame show. The Cavaliers' president of baseball operations is Troy Ralston. Our special advisors to the president are Danny Donato and Michael Lockhart. Our assistant general manager is Brandon Mack. Our coordinator of player recruiting is Daniel Knobs. Our coordinator of host families is Anne-Marie Anderson. Our host family and social coordinator is Michelle Romero. The head groundskeeper is Brian Bailey. Athletic trainer Henry Wolf. And my press box pals with me this evening were Billy Mitchell, Kenny Jackson, and Andrew Seagraves. The Culpeper Cavaliers like to also thank all the volunteers in between and around for their tireless efforts to help make tonight's game a success. Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball is presented to you on the air by YouTube, the affiliate of the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network. This live stream is copyrighted and owned by the Culpeper Cavaliers and the Valley Baseball League. The use of any copyrighted material in all forms of media without the expressed written consent of the aforementioned organizations is strictly prohibited. You can find all game and player statistics from tonight's ball game and all games in the 2024 season by visiting the Valley Baseball League's website, valleyleaguebaseball.com. You can follow the Cavaliers all season long at Culp Cavaliers on your favorite social media platforms, those being Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Once again, that is at CULP Cavaliers on Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Once again, your final score from tonight's ball game: the Culpeper Cavaliers are victorious over the Covington Lumberjacks, 11-4 here from CCHS. From Culpeper County High School, this is Cameron Whalen saying so long until Thursday.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Up, down, up, down. 'Cause all I do is win, 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 win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
You've been listening to Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball on the Culpeper Cavaliers Baseball Network.